Hope y'all are having a good day. Today we're talking about the top 5 darkest moments in Spongebob, so let's get right into it. At number 5 is depressed Squidward. No, I'm not talking about Red Mist. I'm referring to 2 instances where Squidward is depressed. One of them is from the episode Are You Happy Now? And involves Squidward not having a happiest memory, which causes him to not leave his house and even has a few suicide jokes and references in it.
I can't seem to get happy. Maybe this will help.
But ultimately ends with Squidward's first happy memory being formed when he destroys a bunch of paper mache Spongebobs in graphic and violent ways as he goes completely insane. This is pretty dark, but it is tied with the time Squidward is depressed in the episode Squidville, because although that episode isn't as graphic in its scenes of depression, it is a more realistic depiction of depression in the form of going through daily tasks that you enjoy, but doing them so much that you find no purpose or meaning in them anymore and can't get happy. That form of Squidward's depression is dark on a deeper level and is tied for the number 5 spot. Number 4 is the Krabby Patty Zombies episode. Everyone who eats one of Sandy's new Krabby Patties turns into a zombie and they infect other people. This one is on here because of the subtle, dark, hopeless tone throughout the episode of everyone being turned into mindless zombies. The zombies look disgusting, and that last scene with Patrick tearing out his eye for you to eat it, that's kinda dark. Anyways, at number 3 is that scene where Gary has to run away from a grandma in the episode where SpongeBob forgets to feed him. And he runs away and is eventually taken in by an old lady who feeds him well. It doesn't sound so bad until you realize that the grandma is trying to fatten Gary up to eat him. And we see the shells, so basically the corpses of other snails that she has already killed in her closet. She also throws cookies like daggers trying to kill Gary, and in the original planned version, they actually had her throwing axes, but it got changed to cookies. If it would have stayed axes, that would have been much darker, but it still is pretty dark nonetheless. At number 2 is the episode Out of the Picture. In this episode, Mr. Krabs is trying to sell some of Squidward's art, but he finds out that it's worth more if the artist is dead, which leads him to send Squidward on dangerous missions, hoping he'll die, and when he doesn't, Mr. Krabs literally just tries to outright murder him, although it's done in a non-graphical way. This is surprisingly dark for a modern episode of SpongeBob, and for any modern cartoon of that matter, but this last entry is not from a modern SpongeBob episode. And number 1 is the episode where Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob think they've killed a health inspector and try to hide his body from the police. Even though he isn't really dead, the sight of Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob talking about getting rid of a body and going to the cemetery to bury it is downright disturbing and is good for the number 1 spot on this list. Thanks for watching the video, and leave a like and comment and subscribe if you feel inclined. I've been a dog with a hoodie, and you've been awesome. Have a great day.